Gear 13 arriving with the new Genoshan territory battles. Imagine this is not going to be very popular. I just found this a little bit ironic that the post right underneath it from 12 hours ago said, please, for the love of God, give Indane players new content. And then 3 hours ago, we're going to get this. And of course, there's 66 comments, not so favorable. We're going to talk about separatist droids, maybe like vulture droids, maybe a Nute Gunray capital ship. We're going to talk about the June login calendar. We're going to talk about the changes to Grand Arena and most importantly, matchmaking. And then we're also going to talk about a little bit briefly the health of the game right now. But let's kind of talk about gear level cap increase, Gear 13. The developer on the forum post says Gear 12 finishers. For example, you can get your characters Gear 13 will be coming with the Genoshan territory battles, but there is no level cap increase. So there's a lot of discussion about that. Personally, I'm looking forward to any kind of new content, PvE especially. And if this is going to be a new territory battles that is difficulty and challenging, that is fine. I'm hoping that it's not too random or loot boxy. Other thing too is by going up to Gear 13, does change the base stats on characters and especially the way percent things work, like health and protection. And I imagine there are going to be some characters that get a lot better by going up to Gear 13. Anything that has to do with like health and bonus protection. Grievous is just an example of a character I think is going to get a lot better. Certain mods are going to become more important when we can go up to Gear 13. So I'm pretty excited about that. And I do think it's time. It's been a while since the Gear 12 Plus. I also want to say that gearing is the true hidden paywall of this game, and it's a little bit unfun. I don't really enjoy gearing. It's kind of a grind. Yes, there are shards, but really we don't have level cap problems. We do seem to have an abundance of credits, and so really the true hidden cost is gear. So even though I don't like Gear 13, I don't like level cap increases, but I just kind of feel it's kind of a part of the game. It's, we have to have something to do because I think people are getting a little bit bored and stale, and getting PvE content seems like the right thing to do. And going up to Gear 13, I just hope it's not super random. I don't really like randomness. We're definitely going to be getting some endgame players new content. Well, I don't know if Gear 13 is new content, but it's definitely something to do. Now, this is an interesting comment here, and I do think it ties in quite well with the daily login. Are there any plans about adding mods or something similar to ships? No plans specifically for mods and ship. We do have this crazy idea of releasing a crewless ship, though. Crewless ship. For me, that's just screams vulture droids. And I think there was vulture droids in the data mine like 2 or 3 years ago. And I think that was completely scrapped. That was not being used. Maybe they're doing something like that, but I wouldn't be surprised if we got a Nute Gunray capital ship. And I do think that ties in for the daily login character for the month of June, the Starfighter. Now, there's another couple thing I think is very interesting. Like if you look at IG-88's ship, there is also a mention of droids and droid bonuses. And he has the droid tag right there on the ship. And right here it talks about other droid allies gain half these amount. Well, there is no other droid allies in the game, so maybe that has something to do with vulture droids. So my suggestion, along with 5 ships, the Starfighter being the login for the month, I would definitely at this time focus on Galactic Republic ships and these Galactic Republic characters. It seems important to do that right now. There's a total of 7 in the game, and Mace Windu. Maybe there's going to be a very arduous, difficult event, kind of like Padme, requiring this lineup right here behind me. And I think these ships have been neglected. A lot of people have not put resources into them. Even Anakin, you can see I've got the the shards there, but I didn't gear up because of the galactic power. I want to keep my galactic power as low as possible. I've even stripping mods. We're going to talk about that here too a little bit later in the video. So my suggestion is I'm not going to be surprised if these guys are used for some sort of legendary unlock, maybe Nute Gunray's capital ship. Lastly, I want to talk about changes to Grand Arena. And the reason why this is important is that on the June calendar where they talk about the Starfighter being the logon, there's going to be no Grand Arenas this month. And that is for the Grand Arena Championships. And I'm looking forward to that because I just started taking Grand Arena a lot more seriously when I found out that they're going to do better matchmaking where going broad and going wide, there won't be as a significant penalty for going deep. I got to tell you, for me, when I log into my Grand Arena, the first thing I do is I immediately go on to the opposing opponent's roster and I scroll down to the bottom. And if I go down to the bottom and I see a lot of level 1 or, characters not upgrade, undergeared characters, especially if I see more than like 20, it's almost like an auto lose because they're going to have the same galactic power and it means they're going to have a significantly higher amount of G12 plus. Also, I'm sure a lot of people just look to see if they have Darth Revan or Malik and so on. But I have to say, I've been doing some silly things like with my mods. Like I have completely pulled all my mods off the characters I don't use. And that is not that fun. I don't think they wanted us to play the game that way. I don't think it was designed that way. For us to just strip mods off of characters that we're not using in this particular mode to basically have the lowest as possible galactic power. I know mine goes up over 4.6 when I put mods in all of my characters, and I suppose if I didn't gear up and level, Rose Tico or some of these other characters here that I don't play very often, probably my galactic power could be quite a bit lower than it is right now. So I'm hoping that they will factor in just the playable characters, maybe like the top 100 in the roster or a certain number. I don't know what it is. I really welcome that. And I actually have gotten pretty excited about Grand Arena. Now, the reason why there's no Grand Arena is they're going to be doing this Grand Championship. And I think that's a good idea also because I know some people don't really engage with the arena mode. There's nothing more frustrating than working hard to defeat your opponent and they don't even attack you or they don't even set a defense and it's just like nothing. There's no challenge. There's no battle. And so hopefully this Grand Arena mode will be paired up with people with similar rosters with also a similar interest in this game mode. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. I know I've been pretty excited about it. Probably going to be making a video about mods because there's some great mod optimization tools out there, and it's made a huge difference in my Grand Arena. Just having all my mods, especially like on my 10th squad and my 12th squad, having the correct mods on those teams. I mean, of course, I think everybody focuses on their mods for their arena, but we're talking about like deep down on the roster. Mod optimization tools are very important, and I'll have to make a separate video about that because I think they're very important. Lastly, I just want to talk about a Twitter post by McMull, only because I related to it, and I want to talk about the health of the game, and I kind of share his sentiments right here. Hey everyone, apologies for a lack of videos lately. Let me explain what's going on as well as what I'm hoping to do with the future of my channel. Last month or so, I was given significant promotion and raise with work, and my current supervisor is leaving. I'll be taking his position. He goes on a little bit, and he's saying he's busy with real life stuff. Now, in turn for my channel in the future, I'm going to keep covering Galaxy of Heroes. I'm saying that also, as it's obviously what you are here for. I'm saying that also. However, I'm going to start exploring other games as well, through live streams on weekends or on release day for very special games. Looking at you, Jellyfighter Marauder. Yeah, I'm looking at that too. I'm just saying I feel the same way, and that's the reason why I had to read this post, because I totally relate to what he was saying. To be honest, Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes is kind of wearing thin on me lately. I do like playing the game, but the lack of content is starting to burn me out a bit. I can place part of this in my recent change to work over the past weeks, but I think it has been building up for a while. So to keep things fresh on my channel, not to stress out on making content for a game that's got pretty much nothing going on right now, I want to explore other games as well on here. I guess I think everybody I talk to has been saying something like this, you know, especially privately. Anybody that makes like YouTube videos is kind of saying like, oh, man, what's going on with the game? I'm kind of burnt out. I don't know what to do. I'm really stretching to make videos and I just want to have fun. And I think that's what I say is I just want to have fun. I want to have fun with you guys. I want to enjoy making videos. I want to have fun playing the game because I love this game. I played it every day for 3.5 years and I just wanted to keep going. I'm also watching the numbers, however, very closely. If you watched my video where I talked about if the game's on decline, yeah, the numbers are kind of down as far as revenue. On Sensor Tower, data has not come out for the month of May, but boy, I really want to see what those numbers are because it's of interest to a lot of people. A lot of people have been tagging me on Discord. Okay, like I said, let's just have fun, play Galaxy of Heroes. Hopefully the new stuff is okay. But sentiment right now seems to be low. All right, guys. Thanks for watching and keep on gaming.